set your world ablaze and do it without shame. There's nothing left to lose. I took it all away, and now I'm staring in your dead and weary eyes.
Welcome in, everybody, live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We are getting ready to go racing here live at the Dover Motor Speedway for the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series, race number 9 of 10, playoff race number 2. Things are getting ready to get nasty dirty here today in Dover, Delaware for the playoffs. We're here at the Monster Mile at this 1 mile length asphalt concrete oval, I shall add in. The drivers are down on the racetrack getting ready to go racing, cleaning up and walking out the qualifying session. Welcome in here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as we round up the qualifying session here for the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series playoff race here tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway. We gladly appreciate everybody choosing their time here today to show up with us and race this afternoon here live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It is going to be one hell of a showdown here tonight for what's going to be scheduled for 110 laps. 3 sets of tires, not 2 in the pits with 100% fuel here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, indicating to us that these drivers are getting ready to have their hands full here tonight. We'll pull up the driving starting lineup. On the pole here today will be the Coleman, Alabama driver of the number 88 of Ty Robertson. Looks like the qualifying session has just rounded up here in just a second, so it looks like guys are going to load up here on the front grid in just momentarily. 75 degrees here today with a 7-mile-per-hour wind, with the conditions being quite clear here today. Very shiny racetrack, going to be beaming down on the concrete surface, which means these drivers are going to have a lot in their hands to take care of. As everybody else continues to load out on the field, folks, we'll get you down here on the main broadcast cam where these drivers continue to load into tonight's starting grid. We'll pull up that grid for you here tonight. The starting 9 drivers, we have a small field here this afternoon for the Gen-6 Cup Series Madness Racing League, as we've had all year long. We do want to remind everybody that we will be ceasing the operations here for the Cup Series inside of the Madness Racing League at the conclusion of the race 2 weeks from now at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. These guys have battled out what's going to be 10 races all year long for a chance to win the championship. We're still waiting on one more driver. It'll be our pole sitter, and there he goes on the pole here tonight, starting the driver lineups. From Coleman, Alabama, the number 88 of Ty Robertson. On the outside of him, driving the Dollar General number 54 Toyota Camry. From Williamsburg, Kentucky, Trenton Johns. Starting in the 3rd place spot here tonight from Lincoln, Nebraska, driving the number 9 CK Parking Lot Maintenance Camaro, Colin Cole. On the outside of him will be the number 02 PPG Team Penske Development Ford Mustang from Welford, South Carolina, of the kid Nicholas Maynard. Starting in the 5th place position here tonight, driving the number 45 Main and Trail Chevy Camaro from Newark, New Jersey, Tim Powers. On the inside of him, driving that Budweiser number 4 Camaro from Hawthorne, New Jersey, that's the Camaro of Kevin Tanko. Driving the number 81 Red Bull Hughes machine from 81XI Racing, the Troy, Alabama driver. That's the Ford Mustang of Terry Hughes Jr. On the outside of him will be his little brother, the Mobile 1 number 18 Ford Mustang from Troy, Alabama, Trent Hughes. And rounding out shotgun tail into the field here tonight for the Gen-6 Cup Series playoff race from Montersville, Georgia. That's the 64-year-old John Deere 777 Chevy of Bobby Kyle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go racing here tonight at the Dover Motor, well, I should say this afternoon here at the Dover Motor Speedway for what's going to be one hell of a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as the guys continue to turn the pace laps around the caution flag behind Peter the Pace Car. We will go ahead and bring up tonight's keys of the race. Here are the keys of the race for the playoff race here tonight. No mistakes on pit road. It's going to be very, very, very difficult to get down there on that pit lane. We'll have the track fact for you here in just a moment. You're going to want to find your balance inside of your race car here in the Gen-6 Cup Series. These guys are going to have to put on a show, tons of grip, but when the tires wear and go out, they'll be gone. And finally, you're going to want to save those good years and beat this monster. They call it the Monster Mile for a reason, and absolutely insane racetrack here in Delaware. We're going to go for 110 laps here today with a 35-mile-an-hour pit lane speed with the straightaway banking of 24 degrees and a 9-degree banking on the front straightaway. Getting ready to get the green flag here tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway for the Madness Racing League's Gen-6 Cup Series playoff race. Green flag's in the air here in Dover. You got yourself a virtual race. Forging up the exit of turn 2, side by side goes Ty Robertson and Trenton Johns for the race lead here in Dover, Delaware, here in the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series. Colin Cole, Nicholas Maynard battle door to door here for the third place position. Lap number 1 is in the book here in Delaware. You got yourself the playoff race here tonight in Dover. Maynard and Cole right beside each other off turn 2. Colin Cole will lift just a tad bit there. Nicholas Maynard will get himself clear for that third place position, but Kevin Tankos will now pull door to door with Colin Cole in the number 9 CK parking lot maintenance. The 2 Chevys will battle door to door off 4. Here comes Terry Hughes Jr. on the outside of the racetrack of that number 81 Red Bull 81XI Racing Ford Mustang. Terry Hughes Jr. trying to make his name here in the Madness Racing League. He picked up his first ever career win at the Talladega Super Speedway a few weeks ago. Terry Hughes Jr. can now call himself a Madness Racing League winner. We got one trouble back here. That's Tim Powers on the back straightaway. Can we keep it green? Folks, caution flag is out. Caution flag is out here for the number 45 main and trail Camaro of Tim Powers from Newark, New Jersey. And not entirely sure what happened here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel to Tim Powers, but he's got damage down on the bottom side of the racetrack riding on board this number 45 main and trail of Tim Powers. And the caution flag will finally come out now. Looks like he's maybe broken the toe link on that number 45. So just as quickly as we can get up and moving here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, the caution flag is back out here for the first time tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway. You're riding behind Peter the Base Car as he checks up the rest of the field off the exit of turn 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take our first commercial break of the night, and we will keep it side by side right here. You won't miss a thing on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Make sure you slap that like button, press that follow button, head on over to the YouTube page located in the top right portion of your screen. You're not going to want to miss a thing. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Just a quick caution flag there for the Madness Racing League's Gen-6 Cup Series live here tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway. It's going to be one hell of a show here tonight, scheduled for 110 laps around this beautiful concrete track. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll go ahead and kind of fill you in a little bit on the playoff story, how kind of things went down, shaking our way off through the field. That Toyota Camry from Williamsburg, Kentucky of Trenton Johns jumped out there on a rocket on the restart, was able to get the race lead here quick and early. The drop of the green flag here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. That Dollar General Camry's got some speed behind it tonight. Behind him will be the 3-time winner this season of Ty Robertson. He's looking to grab his 4th win on the year if he can get it. The Coleman, Alabama driver will be on the outside when we take the restart here in just a moment. Behind him will be Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey, who has ran the part-time schedule here in the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series for the majority portion part of the season. Kevin Tankos comes in here scheduled as the playoff driver, but he didn't get the seating that he was looking for. He didn't get the max points available for that number 14 over the coming weeks coming into the playoffs. However, though, the guy behind him, Nicholas Maynard, driver of that number 02 PPG Ford Mustang. Nicholas Maynard winless here in the Gen-6 Cup Series in Season 3. That PPG Ford Mustang's had some speed in it. He's led 128 laps this season, but has yet to go to victory lane. 2 poles to the bank of Nicholas Maynard to see if he can pick up that win here tonight at Dover. Nicholas Maynard is the defending Gen-6 Cup Series Dover winner from about a year and a half ago. Behind him will be the number 9 CK Parking Lots Maintenance Machine of Colin Cole from Lincoln, Nebraska. Colin Cole got 2 wins on him underneath his belt. One of them, we'll call it 1.5 wins. He was had the win stripped for him at the Kentucky Motor Speedway for unnecessary actions due to the Madness Racing League rule book. So therefore, Colin Cole only has one scheduled win on the year. We see Poncho McDowell Customs in the chat here. I want to give a huge shout out to Poncho Customs. Make sure you go check them out on TikTok at Poncho McDowell Customs. Poncho McDowell will be full-time coming into the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series for the Madness Racing League here in the coming weeks. That will kick off 2 weeks from now. Well, next Saturday I shall add, but we got a race right here tonight at Dover. We got to get up underneath our way, and it's led by Trenton Johns and Ty Robertson through the Geico restart zone, excuse me. Which one of these drivers are going to be the ones here tonight to make the move here? You already know that the restarts are going to be one of the key topics here tonight. Seeing Trenton Johns snag that race lead early over Ty Robertson. Green flag in the air here at Dover. Maynard Robertson will go door to door now. Trenton Johns will hold on to that race lead. He's way gone off the exit of turns 1 and 2. Dover Motor Speedway, one of those tracks where it is very, very, very tricky to get around. It is like a very, very fast Bristol Motor Speedway, but only bigger. It's a mile, in length compared to where Bristol Motor Speedway is a half mile. You see the kind of surface area that these drivers are working with at the current moment, riding out the roll bar of the number 4 of Kevin Tanko. You see the way that the sun beams down on this concrete surface here at Dover, Delaware, and it really makes it hard for these drivers to be able to hit their line smoothly. See which way they're, how far, how high, how deep they're entering into the corner. Bobby Kyle door to door back here with Trent Hughes. Battle for the 7th place position. Bobby Kyle will give it up there. Bobby Kyle, the 64-year-old from Huntersville, Georgia, driving this John Deere 777 machine. Bobby Kyle, don't get it twisted, folks. A 3-time winner here in the Madness Racing League. Every single one of those has been right here inside of this Gen-6 Cup Series. Bobby Kyle said he could not wait to get to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway 2 weeks from now to figure out who's going to do what, when, where, and why. That will be our final Gen-6 Cup Series race on the season. The battle back here for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place spot is really inching its way together. Kevin Tanko's Ty Robertson, Nicholas Maynard, Trenton Johns has the race lead here at Dover. We'll get you down on the racetrack for tonight's first Madness Racing League Fast and Loud. Motor Speedway for what's scheduled to be 110 laps here tonight, and we're already picking up about 16, close to 17 laps this time around. The laps are going to pick up quickly here tonight, folks. Hopefully we can get one of those green flag pit stops in the book. The pit lane speed's going to be 35 miles an hour here tonight, folks, and these drivers are going to have anywhere between about 65 to 72 laps in Sunoco Racing Fuel. How do these drivers elect to play it here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, knowing that there's only one more race remaining here on the season at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway 2 weeks from now? You're going to need every point possible to win the championship here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series. And one of the drivers on the move right now is this number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. He's up 3 spots from where he started, but it looks like Ty Robertson's got something to say to Nicholas Maynard. He's charging up and sizing up that number 02 PPG Ford Mustang of Nicholas Maynard. These guys, how many of them are saving tire here on the long run? Trenton Johns from Williamsburg, Kentucky leads them here tonight at Dover. Ty Robertson trying everything he knows in his notebook to come to the front of the pack and take the lead here early. A 23.605 last time around for Ty Robertson to the 23.5 of the race leader. So Robertson trying to save a little bit of Goodyear rubber. We'll check the lap time of Nicholas Maynard. He'll run a 23.73 that last time to the leader's 23.59. So Maynard up off the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. That'll open up the door for Ty Robertson as he look to make the move around Nicholas Maynard here in the closing laps of the opening parts of tonight's playoff race at the Dover Motor Speedway. Looking back here, the number 9 of Colin Cole trying to size up the number 4 of Kevin Tankos. They'll get big time tied off turn 4. Meanwhile, Nicholas Maynard, Ty Robertson will battle door to door here at the Dover Motor Speedway. Maynard on the outside, Robertson on the inside, down into 3 and 4. Maynard will give up the position of Ty Robertson and get back down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ty Robertson will get around for the second place position, completing lap number 22 that last time around at the Dover Motor Speedway. Terry Hughes Jr. got a whole mirror full of Kevin Tankos and that number 4 Budweiser machine, who's made 4 part-time starts this season on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel and just turned a 24-second lap that last time around. He's trying to save a little bit of rubber on this Budweiser number 4 machine. We've seen this out of this Kevin Tankos Rush Motorsports team time and time again. Rush Motorsports will have Kevin Tankos take it the long way and burn up all the fuel possible in the fuel cell and then bring it down on the pit lane for the pit stop. Ladies and gentlemen, though, we're on about 40-something odd laps until that pit cycle window opens up now. Here comes the 777 of Bobby Kyle, working his way back out here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. He's in the 8th place position. 3-time Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series winner. The 64-year-old Bobby Kyle has a win at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on straight fuel mileage. Bobby Kyle, we talked to him in the garage area. Bobby Kyle, look at this battle right here. Hold on before we continue with the story. Kevin Tankos has got something to say on the inside of the Terry Hughes machine. See, we can't battle this battle box down to about 4 or 5 boxes here. It kind of gets you a real shake-up on who's doing what, when, where, why, and how. Here's the battle for the 4th place position. Colin Cole has entered the chat, folks. He's looking to go 3 wide up the middle here. Terry Hughes Jr. door to door with former teammate Kevin Tankos. 81X iRacing's got a win on the year in that Red Bull number 81 at Talladega. Terry Hughes Jr. said that he knew finally what it felt to be a Madness Racing League winner after the Talladega Super Speedway, but he looked like he might lose a 2-for-1 Wendy's special off turn 4. Terry Hughes Jr. definitely battling some kind of handling condition inside of that number 81 Ford Mustang. On the inside of him, these 2 Chevys have got his number made up. Colin Cole trying to get up off the bottom side of the racetrack, get a better angle off turn 2, but it's still a drag away off turn 2 and down into turn 3 underneath the bridge. Oh, contact made up the racetrack there from the number 9 of Colin Cole. He'll move Terry Hughes out of the groove off turn 4. And back at it here will go Terry Hughes Jr. to try to make something shake here for the 4th place position. Terry Hughes will change his lineup back down into turn 1 and 2. Look down on the inside of the number 9 CK parking lot maintenance Camaro, but it's not enough. Colin Cole clears himself for the position off Terry Hughes Jr.'s front nose. Terry Hughes Jr. says the car feels absolutely tight right now, and there, bam, slaps the outside safer barrier. Terry Hughes Jr., right as I say something, giving the announcer jinx, he'll pancake the outside retaining wall. The Terry Hughes Jr. 81 machine maybe has a little damage here early. Meanwhile, though, looks like Ty Robertson's made the pass around the DG, number 54 Williamsburg driver of Trenton Johns. Ty Robertson, 4-time winner this season, already has his playoff point lead up and moving. Can he hold on to the race lead here tonight and grab some bonus points by leading the most laps? Trenton Johns leads about 24 laps there. Underneath the condition, Kevin Tankos sideways off of turn 2, but able to hold on to that Budweiser number 4 machine. Kevin Tankos looks like he's had maybe one too many Budweisers before the drop of the green flag here tonight. Here comes Terry Hughes Jr. Seen him slap that outside retaining wall. The Coleman, Alabama driver says he feels like the toe link might be bent in on this number 81 machine. They're telling Terry Hughes to bring it on down pit lane right now. The absolute thing that you do not want here is to get stuck down on this 35-mile-an-hour pit lane. That is absolutely brutal here. Ty Robertson will come off of turn 4. He'll lap the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr., who has slapped that outside safer barrier and suffered damage here early on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. They'll pull it down on the pit lane. It'll be 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the Red Bull number 81 Mustang. Trenton Johns is putting a little bit of a gap there between him and the number 54 DG Camry, of Trenton Johns. And Trenton Johns has a mirror for Nicholas Maynard in this number 02 PPG Ford Mustang. Maynard will change his lineup here. He'll go to the top side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. He'll look to undercut that number 54 DG machine off turn 2. He's got to run down the back straightaway. Maynard's going to have to play his cards right here. This Ford Mustang 02 machine. And you didn't hear the breaking news from the garage. A little bit of tangle and a tussle 2 weeks ago from Nicholas Maynard and this number 54 of Trenton Johns. Words were exchanged between these two drivers post-race, and neither one of them was happy with one another. You see how they continue to race each other here tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway. Neither one of them's laid a bumper to one another yet. Some clean racing so far here tonight. However, though, it's Colin Cole, Kevin Tangos, the top 5 drivers, rounding out with Nicholas Maynard, Trenton Johns, and Ty Roberts, and Trent Hughes still out on the racetrack for 81X iRacing, followed by Bobby Kyle. Terry Hughes Jr. comes back out on the racetrack after repairing that number 81 Red Bull machine. Was a quick repair there. Said the toe link was not broken, it was just bent. They're telling Terry Hughes that he's going to have to take the rest of tonight's event riding around with about about 11 o'clock degree steering wheel here on the straightaways. Maynard's on the inside quarter panel of the number 54 of Trenton Johns. He'll look to make the pass through turn 1 and 2. Maynard down on the bottom side. Off the exit of turn 2. Let the jump up at the gas. No, he'll stay there. No, be back out on the feed in line behind the number 54 of Trenton Johns. Just not enough inside of that PPG 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard to make the pass around the 54. Meanwhile, it's Ty Robertson long gone with a race lead across the front straightaway. Second place being battled out right here between the 54 of Trenton Johns and the 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Here comes the number 9 Camaro of the CK parking lot machine of Colin Cole. Kevin Tango shakes out the top 5 with Trent Hughes trying to make something shake here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We want to remind you folks, the battles will continue out here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll throw up tonight's battle box and send it to a side-by-side quick commercial break where you won't miss a damn thing. Battling it out here for playoff race number 2 and 3 at the Dover Motor Speedway. We'll be back in just a second.
As we pause for station identification live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel.
Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channels. We pause for a quick station identification. Thank you everybody over to our partners at the Home Run Cafe, the NR3 Designs Group, and everybody else at Closeout Bats located in New Jersey, doing their thing, putting the kids out on the ball field and keeping them out of the houses and touching some grass, unlike myself here, announcing a virtual race here on a Thursday afternoon. However, though, we're winding out the playoff race here for the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series live at the Dover Motor Speedway, where it's Ty Roberts and Trenton Johns rounding out the top 2 spots, followed by the kid of Nicholas Maynard in the number 02, raking out the 3rd place spot to the 4th place spot, belonging to the CK parking lot maintenance machine of Colin Cole. Colin Cole will take that CK parking lot maintenance sponsorship and go full-time on board the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here in the Madness Racing League, and they will sponsor the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. So the CKPML, whatever the hell it's called, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series will kick off next Saturday night right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Madness Racing League. $5 entry fee can get you out on the track. A 12 race schedule. It's going to be an absolute barn burner of a year. Got tons of great racetracks, but right now Colin Cole is tracking down this number 02 of Nicholas Maynard in this CK parking lot maintenance number 9 Camaro. He's really able to hook up to the bottom side of the racetrack really well inside of this number 9 machine. We're knocking on the door to lap number 44 being completed this next time around. with only about 65 to 72 laps in Sunoco Racing fuel. How do the drivers elect to do it? You only got 110 laps to make it shake here tonight with 3 sets of tires in the pits. We've had one caution flag back on lap number 4 for Tim Powers, where he got a little bit of loose off the exit of turn 4 and slapped that outside safer barrier. And can't really blame Tim Powers there because he was off the racetrack. Didn't look like too much bad of an incident, but the caution flag was thrown here by the iRacing platform, where the home of iRacing is the home of virtual internet racing. $10 might get you out here on the iRacing channel, and on the Rudy Scoot Racing channel, I shall add. You can be out here racing online. However, though, guys, we have about 60-something odd laps to go, about 55 odd laps to go here on the Rudy Scoot Racing channel. It's still anybody's ball game. Maynard has the quickest lap that last time around on the Rudy Scoot Racing channel. He will turn a 23.06 to the leaders, 23.15. Excuse me. So we'll see how things shake out. 24.65 to the leaders, 24.72. So we'll see how things shake out here. Trenton Johns, though, working a little bit better lap there, but he got loose off turn 4. It was tracking nice on my screen. I was just getting ready to say something about the number 54 and that barn-banging lap that he had going right there. However, though, Colin Cole's all over the back bumper of that number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, who gets big time loose off the exit of turn 3. Off of turn 2. Colin Cole has got the 02 of the Nicholas Maynard machine sized up right where he wants them. Does Maynard battle back here off of turn 1, into turn 1 and 2, or does Colin Cole have enough momentum to get to the 02? Just not quite enough like he was looking for. Tanko's battling some handling conditions back there. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Trying to hold on to that race car. Everybody having handling conditions here late. Terry Hughes Jr. is caught back up to the front half of the pack. He's looking to get his lap back here on those 4 brand new Goodyear rubbers. 81XI Racing's Terry Hughes Jr. won the race at the Talladega Super Speedway. Said Dover was not one of his favorites, but he couldn't wait to get to Las Vegas 2 weeks from now when we head over to Sin City. Well, right now, it's CK parking lot time. All over the back bumper of this PPG Ford Mustang and Nicholas Maynard. Battle up turn 4. Colin Cole might have the run down here into turn 1 and 2. He'll look to the inside of the Ford Mustang and Nicholas Maynard. Does Maynard fight back here through turns 1 and 2? Maynard will rip the outside safer barrier. Colin Cole will give him plenty of room on the inside. Look at these two go at it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not real live racing on TV. Maynard sideways. What a save from the Ford Mustang machine. That could have been disaster. And he'll pick up a position over the CK parking lot maintenance machine of Colin Cole after he'll get his spot plugged down by the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. This is not real racing. This is not what you see on Sundays and Saturday, folks. This is iRacing, online virtual racing, where $10 a month can get you right out here on the Rudy Scoot Racing channel. $10 a month will get you your subscription to the iRacing platform. You may have to purchase the cars and tracks, but hey, that's what the part that comes with racing. It's expensive. Here comes the Colin Cole CK parking lot maintenance number 9 machine. He'll bring us our first green flag pit stop here tonight from Lincoln, Nebraska. Colin Cole says the car feels absolutely tight on the long run. They'll look to make a chassis adjustment here. They'll take a half-pound air pressure adjustment out the left rear machine of the number 9 machine. Colin Cole says the car feels really good on the long run. Just need to be freed up in the beginning part. He'll pull into his third box on pit lane. They'll give him 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel, and he'll be on and off the pit lane. We'll get another taker down here as well. It's going to be Bobby Kyle on this number 777 John Deere Tractor Camaro from Arnoldville, Georgia. 3-time winner here in the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series. Bobby Kyle says we are lacking speed here somewhere. They're going to try to put the wrench in the back half of this 777 machine for Bobby Kyle. They're going to raise the tail end off of the racetrack about a half an inch, pack in a rubber on the right front, and they're going to give him 4 fresh tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. It's going to be quite a lengthy pit stop here, but they hope and pray that Bobby Kyle can get him on and off pit lane. There goes the Colin Cole machine of Colin Cole, the number 9, right around in a 4th place spot now of Kevin Tankos, who has moved up to the 4th place position. Maynard will grab the 3rd place spot with Trenton Johns in the 2nd place position. Terry Hughes Jr. has worked his way around the 2nd place driver. He'll only need 1 more spot around Ty Robertson to get himself unlapped as Robertson works his way down into turns 1 and 2. He is set sail here around the rest of the group on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. How does everybody else like to play it? As we got green flag pit stops in full effect here. Nicholas Maynard will let Colin Cole right on by off the exit of turn 2. Colin Cole turning some absolute barn burner laps at the moment. Here comes Trenton Johns. He'll call it quits in the Dollar General number 54 Toyota Camry and bring it down on the pit lane. Trenton Johns from Williamsburg, Kentucky, the redneck, trying to make something shake here inside of this Dollar General machine. They'll do 4 French Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Trenton Johns is trying to get his team to 2-stop this race. If you 2-stop this race, you may find yourself in trouble. Trenton Johns going to take 4 French Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. It'll make a chassis adjustment on the back half of the DG number 54 machine. That'll move Maynard up to the second place position, trying to run down the number 9 of Ty Robertson. Ty Robertson's last lap on the Booty Scoot Racing channel was a 24.616. Maynard will run a 24.963. So about 3/10 faster for the race leader, who is set sailed here and put about a 7-second gap difference between him and the kid of Nicholas Maynard. Trenton Johns, guys, will drop the jack. He'll be on and off the pit lane here in just a second. MTL Motorsports, stand up. Your driver's on and up the pit lane. He is fully serviced here. He's got enough to make it to the end of tonight's event. Here comes Maynard back out on the racetrack here. This will be the battle for position. It looks like Maynard is able to get himself around the number 54, Trenton Johns, but Trenton Johns has got the better rubber, excuse me. So Maynard will move up right out of the way of the 54, let him ride on by. Some clean racing going on right now through the green flag pit stop cycles. Maynard big time tied up the racetrack there. He'll have to take the top line through 1 and 2. That'll really close up the distance between him and Kevin Tangos in this number 4 Budweiser machine. But Tangos battling that turn 2 exit big time here tonight in that Chevy Camaro. Down on the bottom side of the racetrack goes Ty Robertson, Nicholas Maynard, and Kevin Tangos. Right now, it's monkey see, monkey do when it comes to the pit stop strategy calls. When you're up here in the top 3 drivers, you don't want to be the last one on pit lane, but you damn sure don't want to be the first one on pit lane. However, though, 450 laps to go here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It is anybody's ball game. Trent Hughes in the number 18 Ford Mustang. Whoa, big time loose on the bottom side of the racetrack. Don't want to jinx Trent Hughes for 81XI Racing. He's working his way around in this number 18 machine. He's moving his way up to the 4th place position. Running out the front nose of the PPG Ford Mustang of Nicholas Maynard. He works down into turn 3 and 4. You're riding on board with Terry Hughes Jr. in this Red Bull machine as he works his way through turns 3 and 4 to try to make something shake here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Working his way back up through the field. We'll get another pit stop taker. It's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard in this PPG Ford Mustang. For Team Penske Development, 0-time winner this season, trying to get a win on the year from Wilford, South Carolina. Maynard says the car feels absolutely beautiful on the long run. We've kept it clean, but we need to make it a tad bit tighter through 3 and 4. They'll add a chassis adjustment as well as 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Maynard will pull down into his box here on pit lane. His crew will hug the wall. They'll jack up the right side of the race car. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys know that they have to be very, very quickly here if they want a chance to beat Ty Robertson and the rest of these long groups on the green flag pit stop. They'll drop the jack for the 02. He's on and off pit lane. That'll bring Kevin Tangos, Ty Robertson as the top 2 drivers who have yet to call it quits down on the pit lane and bring it out on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's pit road. And here comes Trenton Johns in that number 54 Camry. He'll drive right around the leader of Ty Robertson in that Williamsburg, Kentucky number 54. And that should put Trenton Johns 1 lap down this time around, and it does exactly that. So Ty Robertson in the driver's seat, no pun intended. Absolutely running away with a race here tonight. He's got a 10-second lead over the 2nd place position, with the rest of the field a lap down from already using their green flag pit cycles. And the race leader, Ty Robertson, will call it quits right as we get ready to tell the story. He's asking for 4 tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel, and do not touch the race car at all. This Atlantic Cabinet Company number 88 has been bad fast on the long run. Ty Robertson said, I just needed to get some clean air to the nose of this number 88. He'll sit on the pole here tonight. He lost the race lead early. They'll do 4 tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the 4,000 iRacing driver, the number 88 of Ty Robertson, coming down on the pit lane looking for his 4th win of the season. Trent Hughes as well, being told by 81X iRacing to bring it down on the pit lane. Do not be the last one down here behind Kevin Tankos. Trent Hughes says the car feels absolutely beautiful, batting a little bit of a loose end condition off turn 2. They'll make the chassis adjustment here to the number 18 81X iRacing Ford. He'll work his way down pit lane, 4 tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the 17-year-old. This will give Kevin Tankos the race lead here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Make sure you stand up if you're one of those Yankees screaming up north for the Budweiser number 4 team. He's got the lead in. He's the only one on the lead lap at the current moment, so we definitely at this time do not need any kind of caution flag to throw at this given point. If we do, this could definitely screw up the green flag pit stop cycle. It could definitely screw a lot of guys out of chance of going the victory lane here tonight. It's been some clean racing up to this point. We've had 1 caution flag. We'll bring up the race recap here as Kevin Tankos works his way down into the corner of turn 1 and 2. We're going to be working with about 40 laps to go this next time around with Tankos as our leader. And we've had 1 caution for about 2 pace laps and 3 different lead changes. Here comes Trent Hughes on that number 18 machine off of pit lane. He'll cycle his way back onto the racetrack. Down 3 laps there, so maybe a huge penalty on pit lane for Trent Hughes. May have just taken him out of chance to win it here tonight at Dover. Now Robertson needs to get himself back into position up here to hold on to the race lead. This ICSP Chevy Camaro will be 4th through the cycle on the green flag pit stop, so he'll lose the race lead. He will need to go run down this number 54 of Trenton Johns and Colin Cole on this number 9 machine. This may be the battle for the race lead once the green flag pit cycles work their way out though. But right now Colin Cole is trying to run down this number 4 Camaro of Kevin Tankos. This will get him a lap, unlap down. Kevin Tankos, big loose off turn 2, hits that outside retaining wall. Trent Hughes goes right on by the number 18. Kevin Tankos maybe have damage on this number 4. He's battling some head-end conditions. Kevin Tankos, you see him playing with the wheel inside of that number 4 Budweiser Rush Motorsports Camaro. Big time loose off 2 again. This will put Colin Cole and Trent Johns right back around Kevin Tankos. They'll unlap themselves. They'll be back on the lead lap. That'll be the battle for the race lead. But Kevin Tankos will bring it down on the pit lane. 4 tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. They have ran the fuel cell dry inside of this Rush Motorsports number 4. This could be the race for the win here tonight at Dover between Colin Cole and the 54 of Trent Johns. A Camaro and a Camry going at it here. Johns will plug the bottom side of the racetrack. The 2 Hughes brothers round down in front of them. How do the 2 Hughes brothers elect to race the 2 leaders here tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway, knowing that the laps are winding down? It's anybody's ball game. That'll move Robertson up. We got one down on the bottom side of the racetrack. That's Terry Hughes Jr. battling door-to-door with his younger brother, Trent. Terry Hughes Jr. ends up in the inside safer barrier. Another toe link broken on this Ford Mustang. What a brutal call there for the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Just got himself back in the ball game, trying to make something shake, and not really much of a ball game. We're turning laps and turning lap for racing here tonight, folks. Trent Johns trying to run away in the Dollar General 54 Camry around Colin Cole. But the pit stop strategy just may not be enough here. Colin Cole last pitted on lap number 50, 25 laps ago here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The race leader pitted at lap 55. That was about 15 laps ago. So Trent Johns has a little bit of an advantage over Colin Cole. But here comes Ty Robertson, who pitted a whopping 10 to 20 laps later. Look at the difference in between these Goodyear rubber, putting brand new Sunoco Racing fuel in the race car, puts a little bit of weight in the tail end and helps the car rotate. Kevin Tankos right behind the race leader of what was going to be Ty Robertson. Tankos last pitted on lap number 72 just a moment ago. Rush Motorsports trying everything they know possible to get him back out front here and get around Ty Robertson. If Kevin Tankos cannot get around Ty Robertson in this number 88 machine, he might be trapped a lap down here at the end of tonight's event. And continuously, week in and week out, we continue to ask ourselves how Ty Robertson continues to do this. Through the green flag pit stop cycle. It made him up in no time. Ty Robertson, you see the gap that he has absolutely put over Colin Cole and Trenton Johns immediately there. Coming down on the pit lane, Ty Robertson don't have the tire advantage quite like he does against Kevin Tankos. You see that there. Tankos able to get around Ty Robertson, but is he going to be able to pull away for him? Kevin Tankos is going to have to drive all the way back around the whole damn near length of the track to be able to contend for the win here tonight. However, though, a hell of a pit stop call there for Nicholas Maynard. This moved him back up here to the 4th place position. He's got a fighting chance at this 3rd and 2nd place driver in Trenton Johns and Colin Cole. They got a different kind of pit stop strategy going on here tonight. We'll check Maynard's pit stop lap as these guys pitted between lap 50 and 55. Maynard pitted on lap number 61. So the kid has a little bit of an advantage. He'll work around the old timer Bobby Kyle there on the long run. Look at Colin Cole and Trenton Johns fight each other lap after lap for position here tonight at Dover. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to wind down the laps here at Dover for the Home Run Cafe Gen-6 Cup Series playoff race, I think it's only right we get you down on the racetrack for one more fast and loud for the end of the night race. Welcome back here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel. Got a couple of things developing up here. Really can't get these guys all in a group here to get a good fast and loud going for you, so we apologize there. Hopefully you was able to enjoy what you got to see at the momentarily. Before we took you there to that fast and loud, we just seen Nicholas Maynard in this number 02 PPG Ford Mustang bring it down on the pit lane for another set of Goodyear rubbers. Trenton John did the same thing. Maynard was able to get around Johns down on the pit lane somehow. But here comes these two drivers. They're trying something different. We heard and listened to the number 54 Camry earlier try to change his team up's call, get them to pit twice and double stop this race. He thinks the tire wear may be enough to go run down Ty Robertson, who's had to run through the back of the field and run down Colin Cole and Trenton Johns for the race lead. Can he hold on for at least 25 more laps inside of this number 88 machine? This may be a pit strategy that works here on the long run. You just got to be consistent when doing it. "24 laps remain here for Ty Robertson. Behind him is No Trouble. That's the lap traffic car of Trent Hughes and that Mobil 1 Ford Mustang. They'll work nose to tail. Ty Robertson just cutting lap after lap after lap. Now you see the gap in between him and Colin Cole. Colin Cole just now working into turns 1 and 2. Ty Robertson working down the back straightaway. Maynard has his sights instead of him. That's the number 88 of Ty Robertson. If Maynard can get himself around the leader, that'll put him a lap down with about 20 laps to go when he gets there. Will he have enough to drive around 2 more times, get himself unlapped, and drive away for hopefully the race win here tonight? Maynard trying everything possible here in the playoffs. He did the same thing 2 weeks ago. It burned that number 02 team big time on the long run, pitting for the second time, trying to save some rubber. However, though, these drivers tonight know at the Dover Motor Speedway, trying to tank the monster mile, anything can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we slowly approach the 20 lap to go. I want to remind you to grab another beer, light another cigarette. Things getting ready to get absolutely interesting here tonight on the long run. Kevin Tankos has moved up to the second place position, followed by Colin Cole in the second place spot. Colin Cole and Kevin Tankos, will be in that third place spot. Shouldn't have said second there, I apologize. However, though, these guys know that they are good on Sunoco Racing fuel. See, we can't bring that, pit stop strategy lap box up for you guys. Robertson, Cole, 15 lap difference there between those guys. Tankos came down on 72. Maynard pitted on 61 and re-pitted on lap number 80, as well as Trent Hughes will pit on lap number 65. And Terry Hughes Jr. kind of been several times here tonight for some issues. Right now, though, everybody pretty much nose to tail, spread out tremendously to the Dover Motor Speedway at this time. Trenton Johns on those brand new Goodyear rubbers will work around the CK parking lot in second place position of Colin Cole. He'll need one more spot to run down. Trenton Johns needs to run down the race leader in Ty Robertson, who's right there through turns 1 and 2, getting ready to head down the back straightaway. We got 17 laps to go this next time around. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are still reminded and thinking about it, I want to remind you 2 weeks from now we will take on our final Gen-6 Cup Series race of the year. Before we seize the Gen-6 Cup Series for the Madness Racing League, we will head to Sin City at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway and see how things continue to shake out here for the final race of the year. That driver on your screen, the number 88 of Ty Robertson, has the point lead at the current moment, and he is looking to set sail and win his second playoff race in a row. If Ty Robertson can win the race here tonight, he can pretty much almost wrap up this championship depending on how the bonus points go. If any of these other drivers can grab some bonus points, it may not make it too damn bad for the number 88 of Ty Robertson heading into Vegas 2 weeks from now. We're just being told by the admin, the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, and this number 02 just winning, got a brand new set of rubber. He just set his fastest lap back on lap number 80. Nicholas Maynard currently has the fastest lap of the event. That'll be 5 extra bonus points to the total score of the 02 if he can hold on to it. Right now, though, he's trying to get around this third place driver of Kevin Tankos. Won't be for position. Maynard a lap down. He's trying to run back down the race leader and Ty Robertson and get himself unlapped on the lead lap. Tankos will roll high. Maynard will go low. Some excellent driving there from the number 4 Budweiser machine of Rush Motorsports is Kevin Tanko. He will just move out of the way there, knowing that he's not being challenged for position. Ty Robertson has nobody in sight to challenge him for the win. He has a 10-second gap back to the second place driver here on the Booty Suit Racing channel. Ty Robertson being told by his team to just cruise it on home. No need to overdrive it here. Colin Cole's crew telling him the pit strategy was just a little bit too long here, but we think we might have put you out to a spot where you'll be by yourself. Colin Cole hits the outside safer barrier, definitely battling some handling conditions on this long run. Does Kevin Tankos have enough in his machine to run down that number 9 machine of Colin Cole? That will be for position here tonight. Trent Hughes has Trenton Johns all over that back bumper. Trenton Johns moves the number 18 Ford Mustang up the racetrack to 54. Toyota's trying to make his way around the two Hughes brothers, putting on a roadblock on the bottom side of the racetrack here at Delaware. Not going to let the number 54 by just easily. You got to earn it here in the Madness Racing League. Terry Hughes Jr. has had some problems all day long with that number 81 Ford Mustang. He'll move to the outside of the racetrack and let the number 54 ride on by. Trent Hughes has had a decent run here as well. Trent Hughes will bring this number 18 Ford Mustang 2 laps down. Home in the 6th place position, giving up that spot to Trenton Johns for the top 5. Trenton Johns will move and sell his way up to the top 5 position. Maynard and Johns came down pit lane at the exact same time, but Maynard got almost that straightaway over Trenton Johns at this given moment. 10 laps to go here at the Dover Motor Speedway playoff race number 2. Ty Robertson leads them here tonight at Dover. He's led the majority part of tonight's event. He's led 64 laps. Colin Cole got out front for a little bit, couldn't grab the race lead. Made a hell of a pit stop strategy here tonight from Lincoln, Nebraska, inside of the CK parking lot maintenance. Number 9. Don't look like it's going to be enough here for him. He's 12 seconds back behind the leader. The Budweiser machine from Rush Motorsports is Kevin Tankos. Four-time Gen-6 Cup Series winner. Got a win on the regular season this year, running part-time. Comes into tonight's event. Looks like this pit stop strategy call, with a little bit of help from others like Nicholas Maynard and Trenton Johns, will feed the number 4 machine 2 extra positions that he didn't have. He didn't have to work too hard, and he's back out here in the top 3 position. He might score himself a top 3 tonight. The guy in front of him, Nicholas Maynard from Wofford, South Carolina, leading the statistics when it comes to the most laps led and passes made on the year. Maynard winless though when it comes to the Gen-6 Cup Series. We've raced 10, well, this will be tonight, will be 9 different races. We've had 6 different winners, and Maynard wasn't one of those guys. We talked to him in the garage. He says he's going to continue to try to throw strategy after strategy after strategy until this thing plays out. He says showing up to the racetrack every week feels like he's just racing for second place. Nicholas Maynard, a sore loser when he doesn't go to victory lane. He's down off the exit of turn 2. A top 5 run here tonight for the PPG Ford Mustang Group. As the laps wind down here at Dover, giving you a beautiful shot at the Monster Mile, located here in Dover, Delaware. If you ever get the chance to find your way here up north in Delaware, make sure you do the pit stop, no pun intended, here at the Dover Motor Speedway, where you will find some of the greatest and most action-packed racing fans up here in the Northeast. The Dover Motor Speedway used to have seats that wrapped all the way around turns 3 and 4 and turns 1 and 2. They tore them down and built a casino on the back straightaway. Let me tell you something, folks. I was there earlier this morning. I spent all my money at the casino, and I got a bet on this number 9 of Colin Cole to win the race, and damn it, it don't look like it's going to shake out for me. Ty Robertson's going to spoil my parlay here tonight. 3 laps to go. Anything's possible in the Madness Racing League. Can we keep it green to the end, or will we have ourselves a caution flag here in the closing laps? 3 laps to go on the Booty Scoot Racing channel this time around. Ty Robertson leads. We've had 1 caution flag here tonight for 2 caution flag laps. 5 different lead changes to the green flag pit cycle. It's been anybody's chance to go to victory lane. They've had the opportunity to go down on the victory lane. They've had a chance to go down on the pit lane, do the adjustments. But it don't look like anybody had anything here tonight. For the 88 of Ty Robertson, Bobby Kyle making the pass around Colin Cole. Bobby Kyle experienced some issues earlier inside of this John Deere 777 machine. But it's going to be Ty Robertson working off turn 2, headed down the back straightaway. In the distance behind him is Trenton Johns, still scheduled 2 laps down. The pit strategy won't work. He'll have to go too far to try to run down Ty Robertson. White flag will be in the air this time around for Ty Robertson as he heads down into turns 1 and 2 for the final time here tonight. Colin Cole will work the banking through 3 and 4. Kevin Tankos and Maynard will work the banking through 3 and 4. It'll be Ty Robertson headed down the back straightaway for the final time here tonight. Diving down into turn 3 and 4. The ICSP 88 Chevy Camaro of Ty Robertson will work off turn 4. Checker flag in the air. He'll win tonight's playoff race at Dover. And you see the gap here from 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of Cole, Tankos, and Maynard as they work across the line. That'll be Terry Hughes, Trent Hughes. And now the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place spot will work. Maynard will come across the line, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all Ty Robertson inside of the number 88 ICSP from Coleman, Alabama, Chevy Camaro, winning it here tonight with the Atlantic Cabinet Company on the quarter panel. Last Row Motorsports, stand up for Ty Robertson. He'll win his 4th race on the season as he continues to dominate. Ty Robertson burns it down here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Looks like the rest of the guys will pull around to the front straightaway for the driver interviews. We'll be back here in just a moment with the post-race show. Ty Robertson wins it here tonight at Dover.
tonight. If I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home.
Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, Ty Robertson wins the playoff race here tonight for the Gen-6 Cup Series, inside his Atlantic Cabinet Company ISCP number 88 Camaro. It was a hell of a race here tonight, but Ty Robertson was able to pick it up through the green flag pit stop cycles there. We'll kill the music. We had a pit reporter down on the pit lane. You guys got a copy? Go ahead.
Down here in Victory Lane at the Dover Motor Speedway with the driver, the number 88 of Ty Robertson. He'll win 3 in a row here in the Gen-6 Cup Series. This will be his 4th win of the season. We will move down here to the number 88 as he climbs out of his race car. Ty, kind of walk us through your race here tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway. You'll lap majority of the field, and if it wasn't for the pit cycle, it didn't look like nobody else had a shot. 15 seconds was the gap difference. Kind of walk us through the front half nose of this number 88, what you felt inside.
Oh, yeah, first off, give a shout-out to Rush Motorsports bringing fast race car here tonight. Honestly, I don't really feel like I've done anything special. I think a lot of guys had an issue with hitting the wall off the corner, and with how fragile these cars are, it broke the toe link or something, and it hurt their race for the rest of it. So mainly we just tried to take care of the tires and not make a mistake like that and kill our race. So glad we were able to do that and get a win for Rush Motorsports. Good job to Colin finishing in P2 and Kevin also getting the podium for Rush Motorsports as well.
That's the driver of the number 88, Ty Robertson. He'll win his 4th race here, and I believe that'll be his 12th or 13th overall. In the Madness Racing League, we'll scoot down here to the 3rd place finisher, driver number 4. Same question applies to you as well, Kevin. Kind of walk us what you've seen at the front half of this Budweiser number 4, driving from the back half of the field early on here on the long road.
Yeah, not a terrible day for the number 4 Budweiser Chevy Camaro for Rush Motorsports. Glad to see that 88 up in victory lane. I messed up back at the shop. I told the guys to put Ty's motor in my car, and they still put it in his car. I don't know. I think we give them too much Budweiser in the shop, so we're going to have to address that, internal stuff. But overall, a good day for Rush Motorsports. We're happy where we're at, and congrats to Ty.
That's the driver, the number 4 of Kevin Tankos. We'll scoot down here to the 4th place finisher, driver, the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Nick, kind of walk us through how your race went here tonight at Dover as you finished in the 4th place position. Yeah, our race went absolutely as planned with a 0X, kind of accumulate what Ty said. We stayed off the fence here tonight. We definitely kept our Ford Mustang PPG 02 team Penske development car out of trouble. I'm just not entirely sure what the deal is, man. We had about a 3-second, almost 3-second time difference in fall off, and it just still wasn't enough to get back around. We tried to pit for a second time there, hoping and praying that these guys would eat them up, but I left the 88 around me about lap 35 or so because he was pushing harder than I was, and I had yet to go full throttle thinking that I could run him back down, but I got to think better next time, I guess. We'll scoot on to, Vegas, if that's what the deal is. We'll get up here tonight. That's the driver, the 02 of Nicholas Maynard. We'll throw it back up to the booth here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel.
Yeah, we'll throw it back up here on the booth, folks, and we will bring the music back for you real quickly here as it is heard from 3 of your drivers here tonight. The race winner of Ty Robertson being included in one of those, Nicholas Maynard and Kevin Tankos. Will bring up the race info one more time here at the Dover Motor Speedway for the playoff race here tonight for the Madness Racing League Gen-6 Cup Series as it comes to a rest here tonight, where we see Ty Robertson win the race here. Give me just a second, folks. Ty Robertson wins the race here tonight. That'll be his 4th one on the year. Ty Robertson continues to dominate here in the playoffs. Colin Cole will bring home the 2nd place position here tonight in his number 9 CK Parking Lot Maintenance team from Lincoln, Nebraska. The 3rd place position goes to the Last Road Motorsports from Hawthorne, New Jersey, of the number 4 of Kevin Tankos. The 4th place position belonged to the 02 Team Penske development machine from Wilford, South Carolina of Nicholas Maynard. The top 5 position went to the Toyota Camry, number 54 Dollar General machine from NTL Motorsports of Trenton Johns. Trent Hughes will outduel his brother here today on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and he'll grab one of the Hard Charger awards with 81X iRacing, finishing in the 6th place position. Below him will be his older brother, Terry Hughes Jr., trouble with the outside safer barrier twice here tonight for the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr., who will finish in the 7th place position. Followed by Bobby Kyle from Honorville, Georgia, the old-timer, getting at it and getting active here tonight for BKM Racing, the 777 for John Deere. On board this week will finish in the 8th place position, followed by Tim Powers from Newark, New Jersey, driving the number 45 Main and Trail Camaro, who'll finish in the top 9 position, folks. Seen a couple of you guys ask if this was a small league. This is a league that didn't have many drivers continue to show up, but we continue to roll it out here anyway. Some of the action-packed racing on your screen, as you've just seen there. Ladies and gentlemen, we do want to go ahead and remind you that we are heading on over for our final race of the series 2 weeks from now at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We will seize all Gen-6 Cup operations here inside of the Madness Racing League 2 weeks from now, after we wrap up the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And since we're in Vegas, you might as well go ahead and get your bets in. Put them on the number 88, Ty Robertson. Really sweet the entire playoff. He's looking to look really sharp there. Looks like maybe mathematically looking good to lock himself into the championship early here on Madness Racing League TV on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Today out here on the main broadcast cam, one more time, we'll throw up the final results where you can see your favorite driver and where they shook out tonight's playoff race tonight at the Dover Motor Speedway. Ty Robertson, Colin Cole, Kevin Tankos, Nicholas Maynard, Trenton Johns, the top 5 drivers. That'll do it for us here tonight at Dover. Ladies and gentlemen, want to appreciate everybody showing up here, continuing to show your support for what we do here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll give you your pit report, weather report, 75 degrees here. The temperature has risen with a 7-mile-per-hour wind currently on the gust. I want to remind you folks, we are not responsible for your DUIs. Please drink responsibly, and you are responsible for driving. I'm headed to the casino on the back straightaway. Seen somebody say it was a children's hospital. If that's the case, oops. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you Monday for the Whelen Modified Division on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live here on the TikTok platform, YouTube platform, whatever you want to call it. You can have it however you like. We'll see you then.
Everything, they steal your fate every day, but you can't believe